Hey guys, it's Saturday night and I'm coming on here to do the weekly wind up, and we are going to drink some Moscato today. It's Lindeman's Bin 90. This is really hard for us to find for some reason, but Greg really likes it, so we're going to go ahead and pour ourselves a little glass. A little bit more. And we will have a chat. Okay, so we've got our wine. Let's have a chat. So, on Sunday, which would be the day after my last video, he accepted our offer. Boop, boop. Yeah, buddy. Oh, we are moving. So, of course, we still have some, other things to go through, official things. We have to go through the inspection of the house and, the official, financial approval. But we got approved before, so it shouldn't be a problem. And we're going to go fill out the paperwork and kind of get that ball rolling tomorrow. But we got the pre-approval. So this is just kind of here's the official documents, here's the updated information kind of thing. So we've got that going on. They're wanting to move really, really fast. So we're looking at gaining possession of the house by before the end of February. So we're talking 3 weeks is what we're looking at for closing, which is insane. Now, we're not going to be able to move in right away because we have things that we have to fix on this house. Excuse me. So we have some things that we need to fix. Greg and I are still trying to decide whether or not we want to keep the kitchen cabinets that are in the house or not. I vote for yes, and I think he does too, but there's a couple things we have to check before we can make an official decision on that. So I'm hoping. They're old cabinets. They're Youngstown by Mullins cabinets, which were really big in the 50s, and they look amazing. So we would paint them, and we would remove the wallpaper that's in the kitchen, and we'd have to do the floor, but we could definitely do it retro style. And I'm really excited, so I kind of hope we can, because I have more vision for 50s. And if we move in now, I get so confused. I'm like, do we do modern? Do we do country? I'm all over the place. And it's bad because I am a Taurus and I'm an earth sign, and we tend to kind of gravitate to everything and we kind of like everything. So when it comes to picking a style and going with the theme or a style, it's just I'm all over the place. I have no idea what I'm doing. So that's what's going on with that. Because we are planning on moving, I talked about it before, and I said that I was going to compete this year, and I was going to do the Sean Ray show, which is in August. I do figure competitions, and because we're moving, I am going to mark that off of my list for the year, and I'm not going to compete. It's just not feasible, and it's not fair to Greg. Competition takes up a lot of my time, even though we are going to have a gym in the basement. It's hard. It's hard on me. It's hard on him. It's just not fair. And because we're moving and because we're going to have so much stuff that we're going to be doing in the house, it's not fair for me to do that. And it costs a lot. Competition is not cheap. We're looking at, a minimum of $1,000 for me to compete. So I'll just wait. Maybe 2016 will be my year. But I'm definitely going to really work on building muscle this year and kind of getting into the groove. And then in 2016, we'll just slide right into competition. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But that's kind of where I'm at. So outside of that, let's see. What's happened this week other than the house? now that we got all that house talk out of the way. Okay, so this week at work was just kind of like, I just want to get through it because I'm on vacation, because this is my staycation, which is good because Greg and I are packing. I'm starting to pack up things that I don't need, that I have excess of. I'm going ahead and starting to pack those things up, just because I want to get ready. Greg's starting to put things on Craigslist. It's really hard because we've been in this house for 15 years. We have 15 years of stuff that we have accumulated, and yeah, it's pretty bad. So we're trying to get rid of some of that stuff, which is good because then that money goes to the house. So it all kind of like cycles around. So it's good. I think, what was it? Thursday, Greg locked himself out of the house. He did. Out of the garage, which left his keys in the garage, which left him out of the house. So, yeah, I had to come home on lunch and rescue him, my poor baby. He was in short sleeve shirt and sleep pants, and he needed to get in the house. It was cold. It was like, I don't know, probably like 20... Was it 22? It was 22 degrees outside. So, luckily he had his phone so he could call me and say, hey, could you come home for lunch? He sent me a text. He was like, do you want to come home for lunch? I'm like, sure. And he sent me a picture of himself, and he was sitting outside in the cold. I'm like, are you okay? He was like, I locked my keys in the garage. And he's never done that, ever. So, yeah, that was something.
Gust of wind got me.
Yeah, we had some crazy wind. So we had a lot of wind on Thursday. Then we had a lot more wind on Friday because Greg texted me at about 3:30ish and was like, yeah, I have to get a new windshield for my truck. Like, what are you talking about? He's like, yeah, the neighbor's trampoline flew up in the air and hit the truck, and the windshield has to be replaced. I'm like, what? So yeah, so we have to do that. So it has been an interesting week. And my neighbor, hold on, I have to drink before I tell you guys this. This is going to be a good one. So that happened yesterday. So I went over and I got my neighbor, and I was like, hey, come on over. Greg and I want to talk to you. And we were telling her, she's looking for a house. So I was telling her about the cost of homes in the area that we're looking at moving to and all this good stuff. And she was talking to us about her son. Now her son is, I don't know what is a politically correct way of talking about. Okay, my neighbor is developmentally challenged. He's a good kid. He's such a good kid. He's a bad kid. He has his moments. He's 18 now. He goes to a special school, and he participates in Special Olympics. And he does really good. Oh my God, I'm so proud of him. So as a figure competitor, I love weights. And he does powerlifting. I'm so proud of him. And he's really good at swimming, and he gets all these medals and stuff. So it's really cool. Now, the kid, he's a boy, and boys like girls. Some of them do. And they like naked girls. So he doesn't know how to read, and he doesn't know how to spell. He's very bad. I mean, my grandson, who is 6 can read better than this 18-year-old. And that's not to put him down. That's just to let you know about this. So I belong to this girls group on Facebook, and there was a woman who was like, look, I don't want my daughter to get a phone, but she has a phone, but I want to make sure she doesn't get on social media, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, if a kid wants to get on there, they're gonna get on there. It's just that simple. And she's like, no, my daughter doesn't even know how to do that. Okay. So, to give you guys a little insight, kids know how to do everything. If they want something bad enough, they can figure it out. My next door neighbor, he is constantly getting in trouble for pulling up porn sites and boobs and butts and all that stuff. And what we found out, what we figured is, so he probably knows how to type in sex or boobs or, whatever. Okay, so she blocks that stuff. She's like, okay, you can't, you're restricted from that. You can't access this, that, whatever. Then she finds out that you can go into like an app store and you can download different apps that can allow you to access that stuff. So he was doing that, so she blocked that. Then she blocks Google, okay? So he can't go onto Google and type in anything and just get access to stuff. And she did put age restriction on his device. So what he figured out to do, oh my God, this is so brilliant. It's blowing my mind. I would not have even thought of this. He's using the speech talk to get what he wants. So when you do that, it actually goes over the age restriction and it lets you pull up whatever you want. That kid is, for a slow kid, that kid is way ahead of his game. I have to give it to him. I'm impressed. I am impressed. But I'm also scared to death. So you parents that think that your kids are safe and that you guys have everything under control, your kids may not get as sneaky as he did, but I'm just telling you that you need to watch out because it can be a problem. It can. I don't know. I still have some wine to drink. I think my face is getting red right now. I'm going to end this right here. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment below. If you guys do all 3, as always, I promise to love you guys forever. Bye. See you next week for Weekly Wind Up.